banging in my blue chucks, banging in my blue chucks, banging in my blue chucks. For the real homies on the block, grabbing blue chucks, lace them up. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging in my blue chucks, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging in my blue chucks, banging in my blue chucks.
Lace up them monsters, that's it cause I'm ball hard. You wanna act up, loco, I'll pull your cord. Chuck Taylor living major in my division. My status is on low, shutting down competition. Blue chucks, 5 for 1s to the cup. How you like me now? Doing moves, you know I won't lose. Putting in work, that's all I know how to do. When it comes to them chucks, I sport them right, do or die. Let's roll, let's go. On my stomping grounds, York and Fig. Having you bound down, I sport that crown. Suit up, ready to go, smashing on you clowns. Ese loco saying straight, putting it down.
Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks.
I'll be there right now, man. I'm just around the corner. I'll be there right now, man.
Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging in my blue chucks. Banging in my blue chucks.
I'm so hood, like the streets I was raised. Still keeping it gangster, like back in the days. Still keep them chucks laced. Tell me why shouldn't I? I'm old school said like the homie hillside. All stars when I stomp with an all-star roster. And rap I lay tracks, but in the streets I'm a monster. West Coast Chevy hopper, stepping out in some chuck tees. Ain't nothing changed, I'm still banging the same streets. 501 screech, never showing my ass. I keep the heat beneath the seat, you know why, so don't ask. Take a glance as I slide with my blue chucks on. It's that bad boy look that got the wifey all sprung.
Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging in my blue chucks. Banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging in my blue chucks. Banging in my blue chucks.
I go to sleep with my blue chucks on tight. I've been seen sleepwalking through the hood at night. I gotta stay dry on them high tides. High tops for them late night water rides. I'm like a cartoon, same shoes every season. I've been banging since before Disneyland was peaking. That's how the dream works. Put the team first, symbolize the west side on my t-shirt. I think my feet hurt the weight, rip my chuck bottoms. The hillside felt my weight, hit the rock bottom. That's why we got them like a fresh pair of Batman chucks. Black and yellow, for those who really know what's up.
Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging in my blue chucks. Banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging in my blue chucks. Banging in my blue chucks.
You could catch me in the valley, suit walking in my blue chucks. Homies running game, it's in my veins, stained blued up. Busters getting bruised up. SS reppin' Southside, tatted on the neck. The blue dream got my mouth dry. We multiply, the bottom line is that we flossin', homie. Setting trends like fashion shows and gliding through the night, homie. Block banging, trouble making, posted on the avenue. Been through so much bullshit, guess that's why I walk with attitude. All stars on the pedal when I'm bouncing in my low. Four doors on the Chevy, driving faded like it's slow-mo. Listen to the vocals, stomping in my blue chucks, killing all the roaches, it's got my soul used up.
Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging in my blue chucks. Banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging down the block, homie, banging in my blue chucks. Banging in my blue chucks.